Secure your tinfoil hats, buckle down tight, and hold on loosely as we soar over the rocky tops of the La Platas on a rocky mountain high, get sucked into the vortex of the Four Corners, and settle down snugly at mile marker 420 in colorful Colorado. Today is Sunday, January 17th, Monday, January 18th for those of you across the pond and beyond. Welcome to We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. I'm so glad you guys can join us this evening. I'm your host, TessaTNT, and I hope you had an awesome weekend so far and not too hard of a week going on before that. If you're listening to us right now, you're listening to us on Spreaker.com. You can also find us on Twitter, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iTunes, iHeartRadio, CastBox, Tumblr, YouTube, SoundCloud, TuneIn Radio, Deezer, as well as Podcast Addict. And we've been also picked up and we're being simulcast by KPNL Radio, which you can find at kpnl-db.com. So tonight I have a treat for all my guys and gals out there. Tonight we'll be talking to and getting to know Mr. Bill Hauser. Bill Hauser, aka Can Dewey, is an independent paranormal researcher and investigator. He was born in Vancouver, BC, Canada, and lived on the West Coast, particularly in the city of Surrey, BC. He's a well-rounded investigator and researcher using different types of equipment on paranormal investigations in different locations. Paranormal activities are things that he is so passionate to do, and he has dedicated and committed himself to ghost hunting for over 20 years now. Yes, he has his own personal paranormal experiences, but fearfulness didn't stop him yet, and it was the key to widen his horizons, discover new things, and quest to find real answers and help others deal with paranormal concerns. Digital, night vision, and full-spectrum video cameras are products of modern technology that makes paranormal investigation and research easier for him. At present, he is focusing on research of the paranormal phenomena, asking questions to spirits using the following devices and EVPs, which are electronic voice phenomena with digital recorder and special featured programs, Spirit Box, Ghost Box, and known as Frank Box, are samples of controversial electronic devices. This electronic device called ITC, Instrumental Transcommunication, is a device used for two-way real-time spirit communications, which gives great results upon asking questions. For the record, all of Bill Hauser's YouTube videos that he has done and posted are filmed in RAW with no alterations. He did networking with other paranormal organizations on current paranormal issues and has been invited to numerous radio programs to share information about different techniques on how you should do proper ethics of research in this type of field. And then we also have, joining us tonight, Mr. Chris Garcia, who is a psychic medium. He likes to help people with gifts, especially children. He is into paranormal investigation, and he's also a shaman, among other things. Welcome, guys, and thanks so much for coming on We Are Paradox Media tonight and hanging out with us.
Thank you,
Welcome.
Tessa.
Thank you, Tess. That's an honor. I'm just being quiet, so I'm just like, I guess I'm just like your host, Tess, with you. I'm just being with Bill, so everybody just call and ask Bill a question. So, but it's an honor as always.
Well, guys, I just want to say Happy New Year to everybody, including you guys, Tessa and Chris. And yeah, it's going to be a very interesting year for whatever it's worth. So I'm looking forward to this year, no matter what.
Right?
Yep.
We're only 17 days in, and look where we've been already. It's been pretty crazy. Yeah. Exciting in the certain extremes.
Yes, it has. It's just amazing. And Bill, how was your New Year? Did you pop any fireworks up there?
What, on New Year's Eve?
Yes.
Oh yeah, there was not me personally, but in the neighborhood. Yeah, there was fireworks at midnight and bangers and all that. Yeah, that's quite common in this neighborhood.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, we had a lot. We had a blast, and it's been just like you said, like Tessa said, it's been an interesting year to start off, and so many other ways, more than one. I'm actually picking up a lot of stuff, and I hope to God it does not happen. People have been talking about that they know something's up. That's why he's not going to pay his respect to, the president because he said, I'm not attending to it. So a lot of people have theories that he knows what's going on. So, and they've been saying that on the news that they're preparing for high security. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the news out there. It's been quite, well, I'd say interesting, but also a little disturbing for myself being on this side of the border in Canada, seeing Washington, D.C. so heavily militarized, but they have to do it, I guess, because there's a lot of different composing groups out there against the new president.
Yeah, I mean, they've even had that one guy with the horns. He was all on Instagram too, and they said that my mom showed me a picture of him, and he was with the mayor of New York, the one with the horns with the half face painted. They
Oh,
caught
yeah.
him already, and
Hmm.
so there's a lot of people that were attending that destroyed the Capitol that came out on the news, and some of them were associated with the mayor from New York.
Are
I
you
want to
talking about
believe that some of
Giuliani
them,
or the new mayor?
the Giuliani.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the old mayor.
Yeah, so it's crazy. When I saw that, I was like, I know this is an inside job. You just knew there was more to it, and I was like, this is just pathetic.
Well, they
But
knew that
yeah,
this big gathering was going to happen. You would think they'd bring in extra, security or whatnot. Um, and even the police force, it's massive there. For the National Guard to gather up and get together and then get posted on site, it would have taken hours. But for the local police service, they could have been there in minutes and nobody showed up. Nobody arrived to back anybody up. It was just insane, really. I'm surprised not more people died. And I'm very sad and for the family and people that did pass. But the numbers were quite low. But yeah, like you said, now we got the National Guard there. They're talking about bringing more in. And these poor guys are sleeping on marble floors just to do their job. But and there's fences all over the place. It's insane.
yeah. And you know what? The weird. I was just thinking about this too, Taz. I think I don't know when it was. I had this dream, and to me, it didn't make sense. And I talked to my friend Becky about it and some other people. And in the dream, I had got a call from the FBI, or you could say law enforcement at the time. And I was with my family. And in the dream, I'm going to make it quick. And it was weird because they called me and I told them, well, my family's with me. So they said, okay, well, as long as they don't go on the crime scene. So they dropped me off. They went around the yellow caution where you're on the other side. And they said, well, we know about you. And I was like, I'm not even law enforcement, but they're like, we got a good feedback on you. So I guess there was somebody that told them about me in a dream. Um, so I remember going in, and from the outside, it was white. It looked like almost like a pilot store. Okay. And then I remember the windows were big, yeah, huge, like a gas station. And the only way you could go in was one entrance. And then listen to this. On the other side of the building, it had fenced. The building was fenced up, and it had like it had tile on top. Not tile. It had I forgot what you call those things on the top where it's cloth. They had it on the other side. So the only way in is just one way. And I thought that was kind of odd. I was like, why am I seeing a gas station fenced up on the other side when it's only one entrance? So I remember walking in, someone got shot, died, and I described the guy that was already covered up in that black zip thing that they put in when they pick up the body. They didn't tell me anything. I walked in, and then on the other side of the other building, which is fence, which you could climb over it, but they had something on top of it, which you couldn't climb over it. And then I see blood. Well, before the dream was gonna finish, I walked out of the building, and something said, "Look on the crime scene." And I thought this was kind of weird. I was like, what? Like, why am I being told? So I said, okay, I'm going to do it. So I walk out the building, and there's this subway van. Let me mind you, there is no subway vans. Subway is a restaurant. They don't even have their own, the people, when they go there, they have their own vehicles. But in this dream, it had a subway label on it. It was white. The guy looked like almost like Justin Bieber when he was younger. Had
Justin
like the way he
Bieber.
looked. and
My
and
goodness.
and he had a cap on. He drove up, and he looked suspicious. And he just
Feels like
he
I'd
turned
be
one.
walking the other way.
Yeah, but he drove up, and then he just took off like real slowly. But he did leave the crime scene. And before I saw that vehicle and the guy, I told him exactly what the guy looked like. And I said he looked like Justin Bieber, but a little bit older. And then that's when I woke up. And then I find out this was before the new year. I had this dream before, a week before. And then when I saw the Capitol all like, it was like attacked. Then the next day we got the Capitol's fence. And I was like, oh my God, you've got to be shitting me. I was like, that's what I was seeing, but in a way, I guess they were showing me like a gas station, but everything around was symbolic because it was people that they didn't allow on the crime scene, and that's the same thing that happened with the Capitol. So I put two and two together, and I saw the fence, and I was like, this is symbolic. So instead of showing me the White House, they showed me the damn gas station. I put two and two together, so I'm starting to learn how to analyze my dreams, and it really scares me because I was like, I posted that like a week ago, and all over the 50 states, their fences are up, and I'm like, and I would have never, ever, ever imagined all the capitals fenced up. So that's big validation for that dream, and who knows what else is coming? Because when I saw blood when that guy got shot, I don't know what that symbols. I still haven't came up with that theory why that guy got shot in that gas station, but we'll see what happens. So there's more to that dream than what I realized, and I just had to share that with you guys. So knowing that I got validation on so it's creepy.
Yeah, I'm like, so what you're really trying to say is Justin Bieber is running the whole thing? Okay, got it. Just kidding.
You know what I mean, Tess. You know what I mean.
It's I know. I'm just being silly.
But it does make weird sense because dreams can be messengers, but they have a way of, I guess the way your guides tell you is the way that they can tell you within your level, and then you just analyze it and you put it together. And sometimes you get validation, but in a weird way, not exactly what you thought you were going to see. And then you get kind of like a reassurance that what you saw in the dream, you see the pattern happening in real life. And the only thing that stands out to me the most is that the building was white, let me remind you, and the windows were big, and the White House windows are big. And the other thing is it's fenced up. So that's 1, 2, 3. There's how significant can that be? The building was white, the windows were big, and it's fenced up. And that's exactly what the Capitol is right now. So yeah. That's some creepy stuff.
Crazy.
I don't know. That's what I said. You know what, Bill? If you've had a premonition like that, the question I gotta ask you, if it would have been you being me and having that premonition, and then like you didn't know what it meant, but then few days later, you notice that you see everything that similar to the dream, like the windows, the fence, and the color of the building. Would you have to put it together, or you just would have said, it's nothing? what would be your perception on it?
Well, I'd probably look at it very carefully and look at some of the aspects and see what, of course, the news. And yeah, I would probably hit home that, yeah, there's aspects of the dream that's very true.
Wow. I don't know what you would have done, Tess. What would you have done if you had that dream and you were in my shoes? Would you have done the same thing that Bill and I did, or you would have just dismissed it?
Yeah, I mean, if it lined up like that, that'd be pretty insane, and I'd continue to do what I'm doing, which is staying home. I'm gonna stay here in my nice little safe spot.
Yeah, but it is some creepy stuff, and I've had visions that sometimes don't even make sense, and 9 out of 10, I've seen that it's a disaster or something that has similar to what's going on, and I'm like, why didn't they just show me what's happening in the news? And sometimes they tell me that the way they tell me is that I have to read between the scene and everything around it, and I have to learn and have good perception of that. They're not going to show the White House in a dream to me, or
Well, even
the
the
Capitol or
smallest little
something. They're going
thing
to
can
show
be
it.
something big too, so you got to pay attention to every little
Yeah.
detail in there.
Yes, and that's what I did, and it creeped me out because I'm just like, now that I see everything going on, I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. I was like, this is insane.
Well, how
I
about
mean, I'm
you?
pretty sure that.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, how about you, Bill? Like, what have you been up to, and how have things been going for you in your neck of the woods there in BC?
I'm doing okay. I've been staying at home quite a bit, but also doing stuff online like usual, doing sessions for people and working with a few people here, doing some things. So, yeah, of course, we're not doing any investigations out in the field or public events right now, but definitely doing some Zoom conferencing and stuff like that as well.
Very nice. So, with your
Wow.
different readings and stuff, is it mostly personal stuff, or has anything as far as COVID or what's going on in the world popped up at all?
Well, when I do sessions for people, a lot of times it's their individual needs for information. But yeah, a little bit of COVID has come up with some people. Yeah, but at the same time, it's just like our last show, there was stuff being mentioned about COVID there too. So on the Ghost Box.
It's very interesting. It's all over the place. It's everywhere. So we talked before we came on air, and I was like, man, I'd kind of like to talk to the Ghost Box or ask the Ghost Box what it sees coming, because, everybody, even the FBI and CIA and such are saying, there's supposedly some big things coming. So I often wonder if the other side, which I know they are, if they're seeing what's going on, what their thoughts are, if they're picking up on anything. And then you had also mentioned that you were curious as far as the new president-elect, Mr. Biden, how things, excuse me, how things were going to be going with him, everything going to be okay. So there's a lot of questions out there. Before we continue on, I do want to let everybody know that's listening, if you have a question for the Ghost Box, or, a lost loved one or friend or whatnot on the other side that you'd like to ask, go ahead and excuse me, write down this number. It's 970-335-9596, 970-335-9596. And a lot of people also ask questions over in our chat room, which you can find at Spreaker.com. That's Spreaker.com under We Are Paradox Media. I just had to put that out there real quick.
Yeah.
Yep. So if anybody wants to call, Tessa gave the number out. So
Yeah, definitely call in if you want me to try to make contact with somebody, a family member or a friend or someone you know. And yeah, it'll be interesting tonight who comes through on the Ghost Box.
Awesome. And
Me
Janine
too.
McCaw in the chat room just said, we're posting this on Cornerstone Supernatural. Awesome. Thank you so much, Janine. Like, as much as we can get out there, the better. And I just love it when we have new people in the chat room and new people calling in. And, when we have psychic readings or to the ghost box, I have so much fun with it. And it's amazing what comes through. We've talked often in the past about different protections you can use prior to and following a ghost box session. Bill, did you want to touch on those a little bit?
Yeah, I would advise people to do your personal protection however you go about doing it, or just say a prayer of God's white light all over you from head to foot. It would be advisable because some people who are a little bit more sensitive than others tend to get affected listening to this radio show.
Yeah, it's amazing that we can take calls from all over the world or messages in the chat room, and people are still coming through for this individual. And it's amazing how other ghosts, you might not hear your loved one's voice, but you hear other things coming through because other spirits or ghosts or whatever you'd like to call them can, push these words through for the other individual. If they're not able to get through on the ghost box, the message still seems to come through. Another important thing, make sure you put on some really good headphones. What I like to do when I'm listening to the ghost box is, turn up the sound, close my eyes, and see what comes through. And then what we do in the chat room over here is we'll type what we heard, and then we'll read it after each session. And it's amazing, how many things correlate and line up and how many things everybody picks up, and then other people pick up different things as well. So it's just really amazing all around. And people often ask me, like, how exactly does the ghost box work? Bill?
Well, it works. It's a radio that continuously scans the frequency on the FM band broadcast radio, just like in your car radio, for example. And basically, it remodulates. It takes all that broken up speech from the radio and that noise, shall we say, and forms speech from it. So it remodulates and forms speech. So that's the simple version of how it works. I tend to stick with that theory more than some others.
Sorry about that. I left my bitty boomer on again, and it just powered off. That always scares me. I jump like a foot out of my chair. All right, so Bill, did you want to ask about Biden to the ghost box first, or?
Yeah, let's ask a little bit about what's going to maybe happen in Washington, D.C. this coming week.
All righty.
Okay. Hello. I would like to know what's going to happen in Washington, D.C. this week. You're going to have major problems with rioters and violent demonstrators on Wednesday, inauguration day for the new president. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Now I want to ask about the incoming new president, President Joe Biden. Is his 4-year term, is he going to have a lot of problems domestically and internationally? Will the new president have problems? Do you know? What would you like to say about or I should say, the new president coming in, who's going to be inaugurated on Wednesday, President Joe Biden? What would you like to say about him? Are you able to help with information? Can you do that for me, please? There's a lot of people would like to know. Is he going to do okay in office for 4 years? Or is he going to have a rocky time? Or is this matter going to just be short term? Can you tell us? What would you like to say about the incoming president, Joe Biden? And his new administration? Are they going to have a rough time in the office? Maybe. Okay. Any details, maybe? You care to share to us? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye. Okay, that was quite interesting.
Indeed. Yep. I guess we had sound go out for a second. That was weird. Somebody said, Gremlins on the motherboard. Sleepy said for a second there a message came up that said this live broadcast was terminated. Weird.
Wow.
Let's see. Janine said she thought she heard uh-oh before the conversation was turned to JB. Sandra got not big, yeah. Tuning, yes. Go, maybe. No sound. Then that's when the sound had cut out. Hold on 1 second. There's back. For a second there, yeah, that's what I said. Terminated. Then vanished. Nope. It's aliens, said Robin. I got bad things we, like yes in French, or we. Yeah, battle enough, please. Many year, you will see there's many, yes, no, he has a lot. Problems, fear, can he? It's open, hello. Somebody let me in. Some lady said that. Somebody let me in. He does, I wanna, Sleepy said he heard 121. He'll make it out. I got this. He'll make it out. Maybe. I heard jihad. That one ran, please give, and then Sandra said she missed most of it because the sound, I guess, did cut out. That was weird. I guess we were buffering for a second. I couldn't see it because I had your picture over the button, but I moved you over there in case it happens again, which is very odd. We actually lost the show for a little bit last night during the music break, and nobody was on the internet here besides me, so it was just really strange. Hopefully it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, it's a technical issue than something else at play.
Right. Did you pick up anything, Chris?
I was gonna say that he was gonna make it. I actually felt that everything's gonna be fine, but they will be on high security. And I did hear that he was that I heard make it, and that it was good. And I heard everything, like, I didn't hear anything negative about anything that we should be worried about. But I know a lot of people are on their toes. So that's kind of just common for us to think of the negative because, with all the stuff going on, they're going to have high security and stuff. So they're going to monitor everything, from a distance to making sure that he's really protected. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Don't want them trashing the Capitol building again. That was what I saw. That was very shocking, to say the least, but also, the different people in there. So doing what they were doing. Yeah, and then 5 people plus Washington, D.C. police officer was shot defending the Capitol. So, yeah, it's very sad.
Yeah, I
Yep.
heard about the one that, had gotten beat to death with a fire hydrant, basically. I didn't know that an officer had been shot. I know the lady that was in the armed forces man, she was a lifer. She was in there for about 20 years before she got out. And she was there in the very front when they're trying to break through that door, and she got shot in the neck and subsequently died. It was very sad. But yeah, I didn't hear about the officer getting shot.
Yeah, I heard that on our news. So yeah, yeah, it was very sad. They actually, I saw the flagging, what do they call, half mast there in the Capitol in Washington.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just had to laugh because, and it's not funny, but I laugh at messed up stuff a lot. I think it's like a protection thing for me, some sort of way that I protect myself. But there was this lady, and she's crying and dabbing her face because she got bear spray or mace, whatever, sprayed in her face, and they're like, well, how'd you get mace sprayed in your face? Like, what happened? And she's like, well, I went into the Capitol building, and they're like, why'd you go in the Capitol building and not expect to get mace in your face? And she's like, well, it's a revolution. Oh, it doesn't mean you're protected. You don't go into certain places. Like, they don't even do tours. And one of the shady things that popped up is supposedly the day before this all kicked off, several of the people in there had actually taken people through on tours. So they're saying that the people on the inside might have actually been involved as well, which is very scary to
Yes.
think of. And there's even Democrats like, I fear for my life. And, certain people are bringing guns to work. And people got exposed to COVID that day because they're all hiding under a desk or in the safety room. Some people are refusing to wear masks while others are. And several people ended up contracting COVID. And so there's a lot of irritation and different things going on for different people as far as the House and Senate and such. But hopefully it all works out.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
You know what's weird? It's weird because I'm looking through the tarot right now. Besides what I picked up, the Queen of Swords, it's the strategist. So I'm being told that Harris is gonna have a strategy. She's gonna be very productive. She's gonna give the strength, the willpower. Okay. Um, and it's weird because even though, and then, and it's weird because I've only flipped 4 cards here, and I don't see a male here. I don't know why, but that's just telling me that. Okay, there it goes again. There's a High Priestess card. So people, oh my God, I don't know what it is, but I just want to say that Biden will be there, but there's going to be something that we don't know yet, because I'm being told on a few of these cards, Harris is coming out, and she's coming out more than anything. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't know why that's even being shown, but I can have my suspicions why she's coming out more. Um, so there is something that we're not aware of. Just to give y'all a heads up, even though I didn't feel anything tragedy happening, but she popped on the cards. So there's something we're not seeing. That I'm being
Hmm.
said.
Well, we got a
So
caller, you guys. We got Mr. Mighty Man Christopher Wayne Fisher on the line. How you doing, Mighty Man?
I'm all right. How's everybody?
we're doing
Very
fine.
good, Christopher. Happy New Year.
Same to you. And I've been anticipating this session for about a month, as you can tell.
So, did you have a question for the Ghost Box?
Yes, I would like to talk to Albie, my my grandfather from.
Okay, we'll try to get a hold of them there. Hello, I got Christopher Fisher here. He wants to get a hold of his grandfather, Elby. Elby, say hello. Your grandson's here. You have a message for Christopher, Elby.
I love him, and I thank him for helping me out from the other side. And
Elby, Christopher says he thanks you very much for many reasons.
I want to return there.
He wants to return there, okay? So, Elby, do you have a message? What would you like to say to Christopher? Are you doing okay on your side, Elby? Are you at peace? What would you like to tell Christopher, Elby?
Wow.
I heard warrior for some reason.
Elby, do you go and visit Christopher at his home? See how he's doing? You'd go in and check in on him? See he's doing okay? What would you like to tell us, then, Elby? You have something important you want to tell Christopher, Elby? Elby, what would you like to tell Christopher? I know I keep bugging you, but he really wants some information. You doing okay there, Elby?
Legend of my dad is here.
Dad is here. I heard that.
What else would you like to tell Christopher, Elby? Is Christopher on the right path in life, Elby?
60.
Yep.
Are you quite pleased in his decisions he makes in life? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye. Okay. Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So before we go to the chat, did you guys want to talk about what you heard real quick?
I heard his dad's here. Love him. Proud. Yeah. And those were the things that I heard.
River said that he heard leave me alone, make an appointment. I got here, that's him. Hello, wait, I'm here. Christopher, are you there? Hey, happy. Konnichiwa. I don't know if I spelled that right. I'm here for you. Japanese. Wow. One slice. Warrior. Hello, hey, there's love here. Yeah, I do. I see. Not a bad person for it. Albie. I'm gonna be there. I'm good. You're the best. Get back. You hurt. In the meantime, it's actually the one. There's that. Right to them. Your dad is here. We see ya. Holy. Hey there. Jump. Loving rays to everyone. Was. Yeah. 60. Michael. He's good. You're good. He sees. And then mommy. Sandra got to breathe. Hello, breathe. DC walk. No red flight. That person, give it to me. Let him know. Enough. It's actually physical. Your dad is here. Stay a while. Mighty. Hey, bruiser. Champ. Yep. And 65. Brave Sir Robin got hello, hello, yes, please, yes, yeah, wait up. What's up? Yeah, easy, up, yeah, yes, no, that's life. That person, okay, he said. The Judy, now and then. Metal, great catch. Back, he lives this city. Cars, stay back. Hey, what's up? Yeah, but hey, it's Christopher, he said. And Janine said she did hear the Christopher as well.
Wow. He acknowledges I'm there and he wants me to stay.
Yeah.
That is amazing, Beth. I can't just... This is really consistent. And the Japanese thing I can confirm because I have a surname, Sakuruki, 4 generations back on my dad's side.
Oh, wow. And it did say your dad was there, and then at the end it said mommy. And Michael, I don't know if you know a Michael, but to me it's interesting how when people pass, even though they've never met, but they have family members connected and such, they all do kind of have like a family reunion at times and meet each other, and they're there for each other. And it's just pretty interesting and cool to me how all that works. So you could have your mom, your dad, and your grandpa there all at once.
And 5 generations back is Grimaldi, which is his last name, Albies.
No. and I did hear the dad thing.
So my mom and dad are both related to him. Kind of far out, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it gives us some confirmation with the family ties there. Of course, I didn't know all the connections there, Christopher, but yeah, it's interesting.
According to my medical part of my DNA, I have part Polynesian, so that confirms it.
Yeah, it's interesting, Christopher. Yeah, you just don't know what's going to come through the ghost box at times, and a lot of times you'll get confirmation on stuff. So, yeah, it's very interesting.
Are really amazing places to have ancestry to, isn't it?
Oh, definitely, I would imagine. Yeah,
I'm lucky.
You're very lucky, Christopher.
I have nice places to visit and commune with ancestors if I really had the money to go.
Yeah, and once COVID's done and over with and you can travel again.
They both are in quarantine. They're stricter than where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
So I know what I need to do after quarantine is over.
Well, definitely you can put it on your bucket list, places to go in the future.
Yeah, Hawaii and Monaco. Wow.
Can I ride in your suitcase, Chris?
Those are the nicest places in the world, right?
Well, definitely, they're beautiful places, both of them. They both have very unique features with history and stuff, so it's great.
And they want me around, so I'd be welcome back there in either place, which is rare for a landlubber mainlander to be. You know that?
Landlubber, you stropey-legged scallywag. Well, I'm so glad you called in, and Bill, generally, don't you have your machine running before you do use it on a show to allow it to warm up, or how exactly do you get your stuff prepared when you do a Ghost Box Live?
Well, I turn it on about 15 minutes before the show, and then I have it running for quite a while. So the only thing I turn off is the speaker part, because that tends to zap more energy out of the batteries, because this radio is the Codeless Box 89. A guy from the UK built it, Mark Codeless. So it's a custom built, and then it's patched through to the Echo Effect Reverb speaker system.
Wow. I appreciate you, Bill. You made me happy.
Well, that's good, Christopher. I'm very happy. At least you got something out of the session there. And
my granddad loves me.
He does.
Oh, they all love you. They all love you.
Yes, my birthday is just a couple of days away. It's on the 21st, Biden's first day of office. So I am getting both things as a birthday present, really. The guy that I voted for, and it's the first time somebody I voted for won the election. So
that's really
I'm
cool.
a happy man.
Well, that's really nice to know, Christopher. You definitely have some interesting energy there happening for you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this year with it over. It'll be a visit.
And again, I'm just going to say really quick on the airwaves, because I know not everybody is here in the chat room. If you'd like to call in to the Ghost Box, go ahead and give us a jangle at 970-335-9596. That's 970-335-9596. And on that note, we are going to go to our first musical break. We do have Michaelin Hay, which is actually from Canada. I believe she's from Ontario, Canada. She's young. I believe she's only 18. And she's going to be singing Close, Devil, Nothing But Blood, Collapse, and then we also have Fred Johnson III with Sugar. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this musical break. Okay.
Saw you for the first time in a while. You seemed so surprised. I worked out a smile. 'Cause I've grown and I've changed. Yeah, we went separate ways. How come we're both back here? 'Cause you pushed me away, had my life rearranged, but still we're both back here. Close to me, I want you close to me. I can see that you wanted me. Follow me. There's too much sky, too blue, too white. The birds on the wire are singing, but I don't know why. Why aren't the roses hanging their heads? They're standing straight up, blooming instead. Now that we're apart, there's nothing but blood in my heart. Why does that guy have a smile on his face? Why is the sun even shining today? Why are the headlines talking about love? Don't they all know what happened to us? Now that we're apart, there's nothing but blood in my heart. The moon goes up, the sun goes down, the stars light up, the world goes round. Every day, life moves on, it don't stop for anyone. The moon goes up, the sun goes down, the stars light up, the world goes round. Every day, life moves on, it don't stop for anyone. Now that we're apart, there's nothing. Now that we're apart, there's nothing but blood in my heart. Blood in my heart. Blood in my heart. without you. The tension's overbearing. Wondering, are you coming back home again? To inspire fondness with love. Where did our love go wrong? My sugar. Why did I make you cry? Whispers flow through my mind when I think about you. That warm feeling in me. My heart sings a sad song and just melts away. Please look into my eyes, my sugar. There's life another. Until the sun doesn't shine anymore, I'll be there. When time is a memory, I'll know this love. You will always be the one, my sugar. The feeling is so strong. Waiting here on this cold, lonely night without you. Where did our love go wrong, my sugar?
Welcome back, and thanks so much for joining us tonight on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. Tonight we have Mr. Bill Hauser with his Ghost Box live, and I believe he said he's using the Cultists. And then we also have Mr. Chris Garcia on. Welcome back, guys, and thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah, it's great to be back.
Great to be back.
So we have brave Sir Robin on the line. Robin, did you have a question for Bill Hauser and his Ghost Box?
Yes, I do. So today I saw it in my past lives, and I was fighting with Lagertha Lothbrok. And I'd like to answer why I was doing that.
Okay, so lost, what was that again? I didn't quite catch that.
Lagertha Lothbrok.
Okay. Yeah, well, we'll see what we can find there, okay, Robin? Turn the ghost box on. Hello? I have Robin here. He wants to know about his past lives there. You have information about that aspect that he wants to know. What can you tell us He would really like to know. What can you tell about Robin's past lives? Do you know? Do you truly know? Is there something in his past lives he should be concerned about? Can you give us information, please? What else can you tell about Robin's past life there? Is there something that he should know about? Can you tell us? He would really like to know. Is there some details that we should know? Is there some kind of message in those past lives that he has dreams about? What do you mean by that? Is there something that he needs to know? Are you able to help him? What else would you know about his past lives there? Or do you know? What would you like to tell him? Robin would really like to know. Okay, well, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye. Okay.
I heard Largatha, then I heard Largatha Lothbrok.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Then I heard some Norwegian speaking.
Yeah, and I heard something problems. He knows. That's what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
So it's weird because it answered the question. So they already knew what you were going to ask.
Yeah, I got a lot. I got Coming, what's up, what's wrong, perfect, me, boat, none, use, bring you, devil, teat, died, the night, hello, can I, excuse me, he died, really, he's on your past life, masters, the sand, Alvitazane, appointment, we need you, we're significant, past life, you're better today, you should, look out there, winter, bloody, the sun, maybe, we got the hot, slipped up, it's me, building character, we seen him, blight, come with me, we are all gonna fight about it, the stand, bloodied, what is that, thousands of men, how was, the next, that's our ship, gotta go, 'cause if he, garbled, chicks, drive, we stand with you, and then it's important, we'll be walking or working. Let's see. Janine said, I thought I heard Bill be careful just before Bill said, what do you mean by that? This would be an interesting one to play back.
Interesting.
What did you hear when you said, what do you mean by that, Bill?
Well, I'm just trying to get a little more information, so that's why sometimes I'll do that. So, generally speaking, I was not sure on what exactly they're trying to say to us. So,
then we had some flute coming through in there. I was like, well, that's interesting.
yeah, you get all kinds of weird sounds.
So, do you remember very much about, you said you kept seeing flashes or whatnot of this past life. Is there anything in there that you remember that might have lined up with anything that we heard? I know you said it was like, you were shaking because it was like scary or something.
No, that's just what ended up happening, but there isn't really anything significant. Is that, all I know is just that I saw and that I was fighting with her, and that's it.
So you were fighting?
Yeah.
You know what I think? I think it's either they're trying to make peace with you, or you're going to make peace with them, or to get something resolved. But the thing is, if you're fighting with them, like I said before, I told you to ask Bill to see what the spirit box has. Just remember, the next time you have a dream, write it down. Try to remember everything around you, your surroundings, and you just analyze like the way I do about the dream, about that building, and then you start putting it together, and you'll start figuring out. It's like it's a message in the dream. So, so that's how. The only thing I can tell you is just pay attention to your dreams and what you see. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Awesome. Did you have any more questions? You good?
Nope.
Sweet.
That's it.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. That was a very interesting session, to say the least. So hopefully things can be revealed for you there, Robin.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Robin. And
thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what Alvitazane means. Is that like goodbye or hello in another language? I'm trying to remember what language is that and what does it mean? Alvitazane.
It's in German.
German? What does it mean?
It's German. I think it means goodbye or something. I can't remember.
I'm going to have to Google it.
I know, I heard that, but I was like, what is that? I was like, I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either. It probably, like Robin says, maybe it's say goodbye or something. I don't know.
To life.
Interesting.
To life Zen? To life Zein. What? Until we meet again.
Weird.
Until we meet again. That's awesome. Until we meet again.
Wow. Very interesting.
Indeed. I kind of got goosebumps there for a
So
second.
I'll do what you told me, Chris.
Yep. But so, Robin, you just ask in prayers, like I said, and just believe.
Definitely. Believe in, prayer and the white light, God's white light over you from head to foot. That's what is important, is always do protection.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I'll definitely write stuff down like you told me to.
Okay. And keep up to date and let me know whenever you need to message me again. Just, if you need to talk to me, let me know. I'm here for you.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
You're very welcome, Robin.
All right.
Thanks again for calling in.
You two have a good one.
You too.
All right. Bye.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye now.
And again, if you guys would like to call in with your question to Bill Hauser in his Ghost Box, the number is 970-335-9596. Yeah, that just kind of blows me away.
Yeah, sometimes these sessions will take interesting turns and stuff like that, like with Robin's situation there, with past lives and that, and then what that word meant, that expression. So, yeah, it's fascinating but interesting. Who knows? Maybe he'll get more information a little later down the way.
Yeah, and like Chris was saying, it's important when you have these dreams or visions or whatnot to record them, because it's very easy to replace that information with other stuff that your mind tries to store, and it's hard to get it back unless you do write it down. Then you can kind of put the puzzle together or whatnot.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
That's what I do, and it helps. And there's times where other people have different perceptions of them, but 9 out of 10, I figure I'm out in my own little way, and it comes down to like putting the piece together, each piece, and you just realize what it is, and you're like, oh shit, that's what it was, But yeah, you just realize what it is once you write things down. That's why I tell people, get a journal and try to remember as much as you can, because sometimes when you wake up, you tend to forget, and when people forget, people have asked me, why do you forget? What I feel about that is that if you forget, it's because something doesn't want you to remember. That's number one. Number two is because it's not important unless it happens again, the same dream again. But those would be the main two reasons that, yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way there. And also with what I do there, Chris, I always say, if you're going to do Ghost Box sessions, always record them, and then you can go back and analyze them and, get little highlights there, put it through a software and get some highlights out of it, so you can either post it if you want to or just save it if you don't want to share it. So, yeah, it's very interesting. A lot of stuff happens with the Ghost Box, so it's hard to always analyze it at the time that it's happening, but later when you play it back, when you record it, it starts to make sense.
Mm-hmm. Makes a lot of sense. You analyze everything and you learn. So, yep.
So I know that, when it comes to call-in shows, sometimes people are shy and they're like, I want to call in, but I don't want to because I'm nervous or whatnot. So if you don't want to call in, do feel free to go over to Spreaker.com under We Are Paradox Media and feel free to ask your question there in the chat room. A lot of times, like I said earlier, it's easier for like the Ghost Box or when Chris is doing readings to connect to a person when you do hear their voice, but you can use that as another option as far as asking your question to the Ghost Box. Bill, have you noticed like things work better or things work about the same when people do it by phone or by chat?
Well, I think when they phone in, it definitely helps establish a better connection. That's how I feel. But if they text it in or whatever, or mention in the chat room or however they go about it, it's a little harder to kind of tune into that energy for me. But it still will work, no question about it. It's just works at a different level.
Yeah, I agree on
Yes.
that.
That's true. That's why I tell people is to call in. I mean, there still can come in information with the text, but sometimes
Yeah, it's
it
the
does.
intent. I find
Yeah.
the intent. Someone wants a question answered for them from the ghost box. They've already put that intent out there in the ether. So, yeah, it's just for me to help bridge the gap with the ghost box. So, yeah, that's basically how it happens at my end.
Wow. And don't be shy, because Tessa doesn't bite.
Hard.
Tessa doesn't bite. So, like she said, if you want to call in the number, it's 970-335-9596. I'll say it slower, 970-335-9596 to call into Tessa's show.
I'm doing another little post here on Facebook. I did like a really short Facebook Live because I was able to fit it in to invite people over. But I'm also going to do a post really quick so people can see it there, and hopefully we'll get some call-ins.
I know some people, you know what? I was going to ask when you do sessions, do you get people that are shy to connect with the spirit box because of the theories of, like if it's similar to the board or anything like that, or a pendulum? I mean, do people get kind of back off, or people more curious about it?
A little both. Some people are kind of scared by it. Other people are fascinated. So, yeah,
It
it
just
depends on the individual, I find. So if they call in, they really want a question, then I find. So, yeah, that's definitely, it's that intent, that they put out there in the ether.
Wow. Yeah, because I would think that sometimes you get people that are like, I want to call, but I'm kind of skeptical. No, I'm kind of scared because I don't know what's going to come out of it. Something bad's going to come out of it. It's just, yeah, it's the intent. As long as you put protection over yourself, you should be fine.
Yeah, it's like when you do a public event and you're doing ghost box sessions and you got people close there and they're watching and listening and you get them to ask questions and that, so that interaction that seems to be a real catalyst for a lot of stuff to come through the ghost box.
Yeah, and it's hard. Some people just don't have the nerve to call. I mean, I wish people did, but it's different, and even with psychics too, they think that, when we use the tarot, it's like opening the door. And yes, it is, but it's not like that. Nothing can bad come out of it, and that's just my perception on it. And it was funny because before the show, I was watching on the Travel Channel about Ed and Lorraine Warren, about the stories that they did, and they did good, by the first demon case that they did. And then they even had issues with people that were like, no, it's not. There was even this judge that said, no, I'm not going to deal with this kind of case. And he says, I don't want to see a judge says this, So I was like, wow. So there was a lot of interrogation, even with Lorraine. She was real good. Rest in peace. She was real good at what she did. Ed was amazing. But even to them, there's a lot of skeptics, even with psychics. And no matter how much validation you give them, some people are just very skeptic and they think that we're the bad people, and we're not. So.
Yeah, it's perception a lot of times what it comes down to. And, some people, they're not sure about it. I find when you do public events, especially if it's like a ghost hunt event or something of that nature, a lot of times people that come there, they want to have a personal experience. I find, they want to get touched or whatever. They're still a little skeptic, but if they get this something like that can't be explained, then, makes them want to accept it a little bit more about the paranormal. So, yeah, it's interesting the people you meet and that. And then, of course, when they finally open up and ask questions with the ghost box, they're quite amazed with what comes through on the ghost box.
So Jim,
Yeah.
Jim in the chat room was curious, and this is Jim Mallard. Do you have to ask about a loved one? Can you ask about his show? And he said right now he has several options, it seems, for 2021. He can't legally get into a few of them. The others aren't fair to reveal, but he was wondering what the other side sees for him and his show.
Okay, we'll turn on the ghost box. Hello.
Yes.
How are you? I need to know something for somebody. His name is Jim Mallard. What do you see for him and his radio show that he has? Is his radio show, is there something that he needs to know about doing his radio show? Will he have a successful year in 2021 doing his radio show? Jim Mallard? Will Jim have a good time doing his radio show again? He's been doing for years. Do you have a message for Jim Mallard? Someone out there have a message for Jim Mallard? Do you have a message of importance that he needs to know?
Wow.
What would you like to tell him? He can listen. He can hear us. Is he doing good right now in his life? Do you have anything of encouragement for him? What would you like to... Okay.
3.
What would you like to tell Jim Mallard? Is there a message of importance?
On screen.
Is Jim Mallard going to have a good year in 2021? Is he going to have a positive year? Are you going to be able to get resolution on his concerns in life? So tell me, what would you like to say to Jim Mellor? He can hear you. Is there anybody out there that knows Jim Mellor that might have a message of importance? Someone who knows from the past?
Johan.
Okay, well, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye. Okay, that was very interesting. Hopefully he got some important information.
Yeah. He says he will hook it up. That's what I heard. I was like, what? Then I heard he is. So yeah, it was crazy.
What'd you say before work it out?
And you said hook it up. That's what I heard.
Oh, look it up.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of stuff. Well, Chris was just coming in saying, that was the best session ever. Jim's like, what was that? Sandra got go on with his mischief, not that, an audit. It's nice. Screwed up. Do you need it? Feel free to attack. I know he can. Go there. In it. Time to look out. 3 evidence. Sticky. Good. Miles. Creator. I'd laugh. Angel. Adopted. Yay. Soak it up. For 1. Not trained. Legit. Yulong. Gas. Yep. And easy. Robin said he missed this one. I got, yes, we lost them. It's all right. It's him. That hurt. Not I. I found them. Yeah, an audit. Bullhead. Talk. We are. Suspect. Filling things. Yes, yes. You can do it. Bring it back up. Freezing. I told you. Good. You there. Stone. Yeah. Becky. Indiana. And the power pictured. So weird, mate. 3:30. Be vigilant. There it is. Does he see me? You look. That was creepy. I can hear them. Yeah, did you hear that? Oh yeah, dance. Okay, pull up. Quit bobbling. The warm end. He is here. Yeah, hey, good one. Chocolate. Move on. Get on the train. Rescue is coming. It's legitimate. I feel him. I heard Johan is coming. Flower. Buzz ya. Yep. I heard that bitch. And he is here. And then Jim Mallard, that bitch, that's funny, haha. That is a lot of feedback for you, Jim. Some positive stuff. Be creative. You will work it out. Someone asked for a kiss, said Mooney. I didn't hear the kiss thing. I missed it.
Wow.
Be vigilant, I think, was a big one. I wonder what the audit's about. Generally not a good word, but Sandra heard that one too, so it's interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So hopefully he got some answers out of that. And it's funny, like we've talked about before, on the air, or radio, you can't cuss, you can't say certain things. So when certain cuss words and such come through, it just makes you wonder.
Yeah, you always wonder where it comes from, especially when they use the F-bomb and, the more harsher, coarse language. So, yeah, you can't say that on the regular broadcast radio because this is where that frequency lies. So, yeah, I'm always surprised when I hear stuff like that, but at the same time, it does happen. So,
Yeah, and I heard that you can say bitch, but you can't be calling someone a bitch, and they said that bitch, so I don't know.
yeah, it's how you apply it, I guess. But yeah, definitely the worst one is the F-bomb. Yeah, they don't want to hear that on the radio.
Get some hefty fines. Sandra, she's had a visitor on her porch a couple times. One time she saw a fella with blonde wavy hair, tall skinny dude at her front door. And then at one point she said she saw a shadow like behind her as she's trying to open her front door, a shadow behind her. And at first she thought it was her husband, but then turned around and there was nobody there. So she's been curious who this fella is on her front porch. The description to me, I'm like, don't worry, Sandra, it's just Heath Ledger. I wish. It'll be interesting to find out who's hanging out there. Hopefully, maybe we can get an answer on that.
Okay, we're going to turn the ghost box on.
Okay.
Hello?
Ask when
I have Sandra listening in. She wants to know who's been visiting her on her porch. Some guy with blonde hair. What spirit is that? What's the name? You know? Who are the shadow people around her place?
Never ask us.
Is their intentions good?
You never
Or not?
asked this.
Okay.
The spirits that are visiting her, are they friend or foe? Can you tell me? Sandra wants to know. Spirits visiting Sandra, are they friends or foe? Can you tell me? Who's the blonde-haired fellow that has visited Sandra? Is that someone she knows from the past? What's the purpose of him visiting? Can you tell me? Do you know? Who there knows?
Of this
Tragic.
Are the spirits connected to the neighborhood?
Sleep well, right?
Or the home?
Sleep well.
You know?
And agree.
You truly know?
Sales of
me?
So,
Who's the name of that blonde-haired man that's visiting Sandra? Do you know?
Thanks for the chicken.
Do you know? Not sure? Okay.
Spot that.
Do you have a message for Sandra? Who there has a message for Sandra?
Money. It's like a... But not that... It's a... Assessment.
So what would you like to tell Sandra? She can hear. She knows we're talking.
You'll never be...
You guys talking amongst yourselves? You're awfully quiet. Okay, well, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye. Okay, so got a lot of very interesting responses.
For sure. What did you pick up on, Bill?
Well, you know, the sense I'm getting is these are visitations. I'm not sure what the purpose of them visiting Sandra, but they obviously, maybe there's spirits within the neighborhood. I don't know, but yeah.
How about you, Chris?
Honestly, I think it's within the neighborhood. It's someone that I want to say like houses down. I'm being told that area is so active. Spirits are coming in and out, and they're just doing visitation to tell her hi. Actually, and I'm being told that someone that she has seen has passed, and that's who it is.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's what I'm being told. It's someone that she knows, but it's an acquaintance, not one that she talked to.
Yeah, like not a friend, but
It's
she's
just-
met.
Yes, and that's what I'm picking up, and it seems like I even heard she knows.
Mm-hmm.
He's there, you know, and I heard little phrases here and there, but she knows who he is. She just has to really sit there and think about it.
Yeah, I kind of picked up on that too because they actually said in there that they had met, but what I got was Wood, hey, okay, hello, wow, it's me, never ask us, or you never ask us. Okay, he's really gummed up, look at them, friends. Hello, that's me, messed up, sorry. Peter, you are doing good. Home, please, we are friends, we met. Death was tragic. Lost. The TV, and you sleep well, but wouldn't it? It has happened. Oh, I know. We greet you, seldom. Travis, I do it for you, Sandra. The dock in the port of the Grand Brushfire, Nick. Thanks for the shake. gives me time. Not sure. He's stopped at behind you. He's not. I need to be close. Desperate. Funny me. Over there. Take us. He's translating. Haha. You haven't yet. Bullshit. He'll never make it. He's special. Never been married. 1-to-1. Holding time. Accept them. Brush off. I'm talking loud. And that's when you're like, hello, you're awful quiet over there. I'm talking loud. I thought, and then can you hear me right before we ended the session? Sir Robin said, A-okay if she, hello, Satan, hi, remain, bitch, never asking, love you, here we come, yes, shit, they do it. Sandra got, okay, hi, ancestor, left, never ask us, okay, done. Indy, about mother, that's like, just be pushed in, messed up, barbecue, you can do it, ask him of this tragedy, stop, TV, freak, bomb, heaven, murder, we agreed, felt us, never find out, discover, important, he thinks, Bill, spot them, possible, money, for nothing, what's up, investment, you'll never be, and you're the one, and she said, that was weird. I don't know who. But she got barbecue, and it said they met. I think he thinks of them as friends because he probably thought a lot of her. But, you know, for her, it wasn't the same. So I think he had some sort of, I don't know, attachment or whatnot. He thinks maybe she can help him because she's seen him. Once as a figure, and then once as a shadow behind her, basically same height. So it's pretty interesting.
You know what's weird? When I hear tragedy, I see car accident. That's what I see. Car accident.
Yeah, and then there was a fire in there too.
Say, oh yeah. You know what you need to ask her? Is there something about a train track? Ask her in the chat. I don't know if she can hear me. Is there something about train tracks within the distance?
Ooh, and it says wood. She goes for walks in the woods all the time. Creepy.
I know, and when you think of train tracks, they do have wood. So
yeah, the railway ties.
Yeah, and it was weird because I keep seeing train tracks, and then I saw a car, and I was like, I really didn't want to see that, but I saw the car like it stops, and then I see part of the car being split, and yeah. So, but he did know. I'm being told he did know her.
Okay.
He thought a lot of her.
Exactly.
Very
so
interesting.
That's part of the visitation then, I guess. I see.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Well, on that note, you guys, we are going to go to our second musical break. And again, we have Miss Michaelan Hay from Ontario, Canada, with Mirror, Pins and Needles, and Gravity. And then we have Mr. Fred Johnson III from Canyon County, California, with After Dark. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this musical break.
Talking on pins and needles, every word through a microscope. You keep stomping down on the ground while I've been stuck on this tightrope. I just wanna say what I wanna say without your sentence. I'm not willing to do the time when I'm innocent, and I'm innocent. Talking on pins and needles. Talking on pins and needles. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. Walked on my share of thin ice with your blowtorch at my feet. You won't ever see me beg, so take this tongue off your leash. I'm gonna say what I wanna say, don't need permission. Interpret it how you want, it's my decision. Talking on pins and needles. Talking on pins and needles. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. Dancing on shattered glass, kicking the pieces all around. My safety has been broken, this is now a hunting ground. Talking on pins and needles. Talking on pins and needles. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, Take me to a college scene. I'd like to go and dance, have drinks, and hunt the perfect date. Yeah. Living at the dark, I search lonely streets to find hidden shadows in the dark. It doesn't matter what I say. Secret homicides arranged in a series of pursuits. No matter what I say, after dark, I gave her face because she had the range. I knew she was the one that never could go home again. Plastic life by limo seats. I don't know why I can't control this urge to hurt again. Yeah. Living at the dark, I search lonely streets to find hidden shadows in the dark. It doesn't matter what I say. Change in the sky, murder forever after. No matter what I say, after dark. Feeling ran to repugnant and fear. Hiding place with depths under somber. Concerning works punished in the madness. It doesn't matter what I say. It really doesn't. No matter what I say, after dark. It doesn't matter what I say. Secret homicides arranged in a series of pursuits. No matter what I say, chariots in the sky, murder forever after. It doesn't matter what I say. Rude and fatal, lacking the hint of conscience. No matter what I say, after dark.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for tuning in tonight to We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. So great to have you guys. Tonight we have Mr. Bill Hauser, and we also have Psychic Chris Garcia, and we have a return customer as well. We're doing so well tonight, we have a return client.
Yep.
It's none other than the brave Sir Robin. Welcome back, Robin.
Welcome back. So, Bill,
Yes.
when I was in my early 20s and my basement, my bedroom was in my basement, I was walking down the steps, and an apparition attacked me, and I actually saw it from behind, but I didn't feel it or anything. It was just after me.
Okay, so it just startled you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Would you like to know a little bit more through the ghost box about this entity?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll turn it on. Hello. I have Robin here. He wants to know, when he was younger, an entity, some kind of spirit, startled him. Do you know who that was? What was the intention of this entity? Was this entity friend or foe? Can you tell me? What was the nature of this entity that approached Robin when he was younger in the basement where he lived? Do you know? Do you know? What would you like to say about it? Are spirits around Robin all the time now? Should he be concerned about this? Can you tell him? He can hear us. Where he lives now, is there a lot of spirits in the area? Do they come and visit Robin? Are these people that he knew from the past? Family? Maybe friends? Or associates? Can you tell us? How many spirits hang around Robin's area where he lives? Is there a lot? Or is there just a few? Are some of them that he knew from the past? Can you tell us? Do you have an important message for Robin right now? Who's got an important message? Who's this? Think I could get a name? Do you know Robin?
Hey, kid. Get into it.
What would you like to tell Robin? He can hear you. He can hear. Is that something of importance for him, maybe?
Okay.
Are you around Robin's area right now? Are you around him right now?
Down the cabin.
What's your purpose being around there? Why do you visit? Why do you visit Robin?
Help.
Who else is there? What would you like to tell Robin? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye. Okay, that was very interesting.
Very much indeed. So what'd you guys get?
Oh my God, it was just, he knows. Then I got a few other words, but it was just weird because I heard it some music too for some reason. I was like, why am I hearing music? Like I heard a guitar. But there was a few words I couldn't make out what I heard, but I did hear them. But next time I need to write things down because but I did hear that he did, and it was just random stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, there could be some spirits from the past that are just checking up on Robin, and I mean, hopefully he doesn't have an attachment there. Yeah, it's it's hard to say exactly when you're doing it remotely what's happening at Robin's place. Why he's had these spirits come and visit him through the years, but hopefully it's okay for him. That there's no big problems that are associated with it.
If you heard the word Jay, that's my dad's name.
Oh, okay. Jay, I kind of felt that there was people that you knew from the past.
Yeah, I missed the first part of it because I had to reply to a message. But when I came in, I got this woman was saying something, and then she's like, or don't. And she said, nobody's coming there. Yes, he's walking. We know you hear us. Yes, we like him. Hi, there is with gambling, told him, and then ha ha ha, like laughter. Plenty, of course they do. Stowed away. The incident, yeah, seismic. Look at you. Pardon us. Stop walking through him 5,000 times now. Isn't it? Increase at night. Wake up. The mat, please. Feel here. Talk to you. A week precisely. Stop. Wait. Stand up. They acknowledge themselves. We need 2, like the number 2. The dad, Justin, Olivia, Part. Hey there, kid. We are not there. He walks up. Yeah, it is. West. Cookies, we lie asunder. Down the cabin, we think. Sighs, help. He, just me, loaded business. Oh, the neck, hang on. Yep, bills, try me. Back up to you. Bug him, I'm trying, it just won't let me. That's mine. And the journey, it's his. Sandra got some stuff. What he, not sure. We'll find out. Last step, plenty of room. Stop, gives him. Canadian, stop. 5,000. What do you mean? Greatest, need to. Doug, kid, bring me. Yeah, that's him. West, Democrat, hooded. Good, game news. Big game. And that's all we got in the chat and such. But I did get the dad. You said your dad's name was Jay. Was that like for Jason? I don't know. Justin and Olivia popped in. And they could, when they said Bills, I think they were talking about a bill. Bills something. I couldn't hear what it said.
I have an uncle named Bill.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a strong feeling that I was getting, that you have family members from the past kind of going in and out, visiting you and
French
so on.
Canadian. I have French Canadian.
Oh, do you have French Canadian heritage there?
Yeah, my last name is French Canadian.
Yeah, that would
wow.
be. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Very interesting. Sorry, I was trying to inhale my water instead of drinking it.
Oh my God, really, Tess. Oh my God, that was hilarious. You know what? I was gonna say, so Robin, when I hear your voice, you know how you said you did that thing and you couldn't talk? You do fine on the radio. So what you need to do is, if they ask you to speak into a convention or something, just if you have to look at the wall,
Yeah.
and don't pay attention to the people, that helps. Just don't show that you're nervous. You might stutter here and there, but you sound perfect when you're on the radio. I mean,
Okay.
and I don't see why you would get nervous. So, but I guess maybe it's a different atmosphere that you have people actually can see you, you can see them. So that kind of probably puts you on stage fright. But other than that, I mean, you're doing good. So look
Yep,
at
you're
it.
doing very good there, Robin.
Yeah, and you just
So
gotta practice
that.
and kind of put yourself through tests. Like this month, I've been working on not like being afraid to have to do the show by myself. So I've done a few or a couple by now, I think, by myself, and I've really enjoyed it. Like you have to just put these hurdles in front of you and work on things, try to adapt and overcome, and so I put myself through different things like that so I can not fear that anymore and try to get rid of that anxiety that I do get due to my social anxiety and such. Kind of like just practicing and putting yourself through different trials.
Yeah, and you'd be fine, and you'd be fine because I did pretty good for the first time. I was nervous, like I said, but but now it's like I know what it feels like to be in front of people, and I got a little shaken up, but it's like I was on the
I
show.
forgot to mention is that if you heard the word cookies, my grandma on my dad's side loved to bake cookies.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I was wondering about that because the dad and West and cookies, and there was something else in there. I'm like, it felt like a family thing on your dad's side.
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're just coming in to visit you, Robin. So That's the neat thing about people that passed on. They can come and visit and check up, see, you're doing okay.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a different feeling because you can't see them, but they can see you. So.
And I'm wondering what the 5,000 means because Sandra heard
Yeah.
that too. I
It
got
came through
5,000.
very strong.
Yeah, 5,000 times now. And then Sandra got the 5,000. What is it?
I have no idea.
It's a puzzle.
A puzzle, you know. The only thing I could think it was either money or 5,000 spirits. But if that's a lot of spirits around you, Robin, oh my God, that's a lot of people, dude. If that's a lot of spirits, that's like a damn stadium, dude. You have, yeah, and they don't have to be like up and close. They could be walking and they can have 5,000. As you're walking, they walk with you, but it's a big circle. So that's a lot of people. If that's what it symbolizes, if it's not money, that's a lot of people.
Well, and it says stop walking through him 5,000 times now. Like, how many times has a spirit walked through somebody? If you have one that's there all the time or whatnot, and they're close or whatever the case may be, that's still a lot. I don't think it's 5,000 spirits. I think it's 5,000 times that he's had walkthroughs, like where they've walked through him.
Right through him. I didn't think about that too, Tess. I forgot. That happened to me.
Well, where I live, Indians used to live here. Like Snoqualmie is an Indian name. So is Issaquah. There was Indian settlements here, and we actually found Indian artifacts on our lawn when we so.
Yeah, that's interesting because a lot of native Indians from the past, when they die, they're sort of bound to the land. So, yeah, that could make a lot of sense there, Robin.
And we got a flute before, too. Weird.
Flute, yeah. That's interesting.
That was the last time he called in. Not this time, but the last session we did.
Mm-hmm.
There is a lot of activity I've noticed on different properties that I've been on that have where natives used to live, if there's a burial ground or perhaps a battle. So much energy, so much different things going on there.
Yeah. Well, one thing out on the West Coast here in North America, especially like where I am, we had tree burials, they call them, with the Salish nations here along the Fraser River down near the mouth. And that means they were their remains were put into an ornate box and put up in the tree, and eventually that would come down. But back in the mid-1800s, there was a lot of logging, so a lot of those trees, the ornate boxes, they all got crashed down and stompled into the ground. And now multi-million-dollar homes are built over these lands, and they have a lot of hauntings because of that. So that's another factor at play.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Interesting.
Interesting. Plus, we have a family lake cabin that was built, I think, in the 1890s.
Yeah,
it's been
down at the
for
cabin.
A long time.
They lie asunder down at the cabin, it said.
And not too far away from that is an Indian settlement, so Native American settlement. So
yeah.
Is that cabin active?
And so I'm guessing that. So, and there was a long time ago when my mom was still a kid. She saw two ghosts. What she thought they were ghosts, which were two men, one with a machete, just making their way, like didn't even notice them, making a pathway.
Did she say if they looked native or like what did they look like?
She didn't say if they looked native or not. She just saw two people. She was very young at the time, so she went really probably didn't recognize any details.
Yeah, a lot of
ask.
times. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Bill.
Oh, I was going to say to Robin too. A lot of locations will have a layer of energy of many different things through the years going on there. So native spirits, and then settlers, right up to the 40s and the 50s, and people like that have passed on. So in those neighborhoods, so yeah, you're going to get a layering effect of energy no matter what.
So I guess they probably were native.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're probably
around
the most dominant there.
I know that there used to be this fireworks stand called Illegals, and it was native.
Like
was that on?
Illegals?
Yeah, Illegals.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Okay.
Go ahead, Bill. I'm sorry.
Well, was that a native location, like a reserve where those fireworks were being sold? Yeah. Well, my experiences of being around close to and being on reserves there, yeah, there's a lot of energies through the years, again, being associated with the people there. So, yeah, it's very possible that, yeah, they're the most dominant spirits that are probably making themselves known.
And it could be like something residual too. Like she said, they didn't even notice her.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
That's weird though.
I know. I want to know more details. I love hearing ghost stories and different people's experiences.
Yeah. Probably another time though. Yeah. We could do ghost stories another time. How about that, Tessa?
All right, sounds good. Yeah, I'm like, where's Mom? Mom, what did they look like?
That is crazy though.
I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there again as far as our number for call-ins tonight, 970-335-9596. 970-335-9596. All right, you guys continue.
Thanks.
Yep, you're very welcome, Robin.
All right, have a good night.
You too. Take care.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye now.
It's been quiet tonight, Tess. But I don't know. Maybe they're watching a game or something.
Right? That's what I was saying. Is there a football game on right now? Where's
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, I believe tomorrow's a full moon, if I'm correct.
Ooh.
I don't know. That's just crazy, dude.
It shows it's a, what is that? The half moon on the 20th. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Makes sense.
The full moon's actually on the 28th.
Yeah. Oh, the 28th. So, yeah, okay.
Wow.
I knew it was coming close, so.
Oh,
That is crazy.
Yeah, as far as the whole COVID thing goes and not being able to go out and investigate and, you know, use your equipment, I've got a new SLS camera, so it does a little stick figure thing and stuff. And I've tried it around the house, picked up a couple things, but I want to take it out in action. And the only thing I can really do now with my friends or crew or even family, we go sometimes, is go down to the cemetery or somewhere. But it's so freaking cotton picking cold at night. These days, it's like, man, I really want to go ghost hunting, but I also want to stay warm. And I don't know. I'm torn.
You know what? I was going to ask you now that we're talking about all this stuff. What is your perception on portal boxes? Say like you have a gold box. Does
On what?
the portal box, does it come out more clear when you attach it to the spirit box?
Oh, you
Because it,
mean the Echo Effect speaker system?
yes.
Yeah, pretty well. It helps to take that raw audio and better. I find the spirits are better able to utilize, and then we can hear what they have to say. Other words.
Yeah, because there's a lot of, when you hear different boxes, they have a lot of white noise and there's a lot of static, and I don't like that. But of
Yeah,
course, that,
it's very very hard to hear actually. So
yeah, yeah.
I
'Cause I
always
got,
say not every ghost box is equally the same. They're all different, and then how they're configured and set up. And like a lot of people use the PSB7, what is a very noisy radio to use, but I actually have had some good results with it as well, so it can work. And I've used hacked radios and custom builts. I really like the custom builts. I find sometimes they're tweaked in different ways that spirits are able to better communicate with them.
hmm yeah, yeah. I've seen because I've been looking at portal boxes too, and I'm just like, it's a
Yeah,
ghost box. Yeah,
there's quite a few out there.
yeah. So, but it is kind of interesting because I've been drawn to them, and I'm thinking, why am I getting drawn to them? I'm like, of course, the psychic part of me, but like Tessa says, I'm gonna investigate too. So
Well, and it's
I'm like
cool
you, Tess.
too. Like, what do you pick up on? What is your equipment picking up on? And when things line up, it's just like, yeah, that's really happening. Because I don't know, for me, sometimes I get that. Well, do I just want to think this? But that's why I like to go into a place cold, not know things, see what I pick up on, see what the equipment gets, and I think that's really a part of doing an investigation and recording happenings and whatnot, to have different tools, even though it's not proven to work. I've seen some stuff work.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
was gonna ask you, outside of the boxes and the spirit boxes, what is your theory on infrared cameras?
Oh, night vision cameras?
Yes, what is your perception on that one?
Well, I've used those in the past. That's when I first started ghost hunting. I was trained on how to use them, the old Sony night shots and stuff like that. And yeah, they worked pretty good. I was able to put a filter on the lens, an external filter that I could screw on there, and I would actually go further into the infrared spectrum. And you got to remember, the infrared spectrum is a very narrow band of light and so on. So it it works in certain situations. You can pick up on stuff. One thing you don't want is to have someone with say a flashlight, like a white light flashing there. It could lock up your camera. So I've actually seen that happen. So, but they do work pretty good. And then, of course, along the way, full spectrum cameras have become popular, and they work as well too. You can use those with an IR light external.
Mm-hmm. Wow, because I've been thinking about that too, and I'm thinking, damn, I must be doing the little Psychic Chris investigation.
Yeah, there's lots of equipment out there, and some of them are all this stuff is experimental as far as I'm concerned. So I mean, it works in certain situations that you could record data. Pardon me.
Yeah. The only thing that of course, you can't record unless you have a video camera. To me, I think when it comes to dowsing rods, those are very, very, very interesting. You can actually make those with your own hangers, and I didn't know that, but I did make them, and they do work. They're very
Mm-hmm.
effective. People use those for when you would find water, but a lot of in the paranormal field, they're very effective, and you get yes, for the cross, no to spread them out, for no. And I've got real good answers, even with the K2s. So a lot of different, out of the spirit box. If you can't afford it, then you can just go with the EVP additional recorder. Those are real good. Those are the newest, Not like the old back in the old days where you just hit record and you have a little tape and you flip it over because you have to rewind it. But the technology has really increased in the paranormal field. It's crazy how you can experiment on different things. So I was just curious on what your thought was on other things besides spirit box. I was just curious on your knowledge on
Yeah.
that.
Well, I've used digital recorders. I like to use them if I'm recording my sessions when I'm not using a video camera. And yeah, even the standard video camera I use sometimes for YouTube videos, and it works very well. And sometimes even before I actually start the session, you might even hear an EVP over the audio of the camera, so the video side of it. So yeah, things happen in different ways and so on. So, these mics now are very sensitive on a lot of these electronic equipment.
Yeah, that is
The
true.
frequency responses of these mics are doing very well.
Yeah, and the higher technology, and I don't know what those things are called because I've seen them on Ghost Adventures, but I can't remember where they have the stick figures.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
SLS
yeah.
camera.
Yeah.
I got one of those with
I
my
don't-
tax return.
Yeah, that's a tracking system type camera. Works with lasers. Yeah, they work pretty good. You can conjunction. You could even do a ghost box session and use that type of a camera and back it up with audio from a digital recorder. I've done that, and yeah, you're going to get these weird stick figures, and sometimes you'll actually feel sensations in certain areas, or you ask them to touch your hand and that. So
Yeah.
so you can get confirmation with these kind of devices.
Yeah, you're like,
'cause I
hey,
think
can
a
you
lot of
raise
people-
your hand up, or can you wave at me? And
Yeah.
and sometimes they'll respond and do it, and you're like, wow, this is really happening. This is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those are
exactly.
interest- Those are interesting, but I guess it's the people that want to interact, like how do they look? I mean, of course they're gonna look at an outline, but in the electronics, they're gonna look like stick figures, but they are spirits. It's just that the intelligence to communicate with you, which is you're just like, it blows your mind, and you're just like, damn, this technology is trying to catch up with the spiritual realm, but the only thing is that spiritual realm is on a higher frequency. So with all these gadgets, people are just trying to research what is on the other side and how do they look, and yeah, so it's amazing. It really is.
Yeah, really. I mean, to start with, really just a half decent little recorder you could buy for about $40-50, and a half decent point and shoot camera, like a little Canon or Nokia or something like that, and yeah, those can work very well, or a Samsung camera or something like that, and yeah, it's amazing what you can pick up there with still shots too. I've done a fair amount of still shot work too, where you take 3 pictures in a sequence, and if you don't get one thing in one, but something in the other and nothing in the other, that's pretty good confirmation for what possibly could be an entity.
Wow.
Well, it's cool too. Sorry, Chris.
Go ahead. I wasn't.
Well, I was just gonna say, with the SLS, you have basically it's like 2 different screens. One shows you like the depth, and I don't know if it's heat or what. Like it's picking up different stuff, and over here you have the stick figure where that area is. But sometimes you can look at it and even see some sort of change in temperature or shadow or something where the stick figure would be. So it's interesting to compare them. And like you're saying, Bill, with the still shots, I want to, I have digital cameras, but I want to try using like an old school camera as well at the same time.
Oh, you mean like 35 millimeter film?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's harder to get now, too, the film for that.
Yeah, it's so outdated.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're old. The Polaroid cameras where you get the film and you take the picture and you feel there's a spirit there and you know it. You get it. It comes out at the bottom, and then you just shake it, and then you start keep going, and then the colors start coming out more clear. I even have a picture on a Polaroid camera back in the old days, and those were a lot of people love those cameras, and to find that kind of film is hard and it's expensive for the Polaroid because it comes out from the bottom and it's real life picture. The only thing is that I don't remember how many pictures you can take until you buy another film. I can't remember offhand because I bought one.
Like 12
they're in
or
a
something.
cartridge.
Yeah.
A lot of times you have to special order them from a camera shop now, that type of film products.
Yeah, it's just amazing that with all this technology, there's so much growth, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of new items coming out, because right when you get this one, you find out it's like the same thing like the phones. You get the iPhone 9 or something, there's always something else coming out. So,
well, mentioning cell phones or your smartphones, I've gotten some interesting pictures just with well, we all have, most of us now have smartphones, so it even has a recorder on that. So you already got a recorder. I've actually had to use that a few times when I forgot my digital recorder on investigation, and it works pretty good.
Wow.
You know, the frequency response works really good on that. So, yeah, so.
Chris, you were talking about dowsing rods earlier. That was actually my very first tool I bought for Four Corners Paranormal Investigations was 2 pairs of dowsing rods, because like when I was a kid, my granny taught me how to, they called it witching for water, and you use a stick that was forked and whatnot. I had never used a brass one till I went to Las Vegas and went on a little ghost tour, and I was just blown away, like just not only how accurate they were, but the energy you feel going through it. It was insane. It was awesome. After that, I was hooked, and I just started adding to the collection.
Yeah, I got a brass set too, so.
Yeah, they're very effective too, to start off for people that are very starting, because I have some, and I'm just like, it's amazing how you keep it still. And some people think, oh, it's just you moving it, but it's not. It's the questions. It's almost like a pendulum, but with the with the L shape, and it's very effective, and I ain't gonna lie.
Well, if you get one that's really good.
Yeah, they're very accurate. Very accurate.
Yeah, especially if they move 360 all by themselves, so they swivel independently, so your hand does not affect them in any which way.
Yeah, and they're very effective, and I've always been drawn to them, even though I'm, being gifted and everything, but even most psychics do have some kind of little tools.
It's an old school gadget, shall we say, or device, if for a better term, is a dowsing rod. So I've used them, and what I do, I don't use them as a communicator. I don't think, that's quite there for me that I would depend upon it. But what I do depend upon it is if I'm at a location, I want to know if there's an underground stream that I can track. And so just like Tesla was saying, you can track water with these things. I've done that pretty good. So, and it's worked quite efficiently. And then if it's running under the house and you can kind of go where it's going on the other side of the house, it's kind of snaking along. You kind of follow that mid part of the house, and actually you get more activity with your electronic devices.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's crazy because digital cameras are good too. The thing is that it gives you a little nozzle on the top, and if you put it on sensitivity, you'll be catching more purple orbs or stuff. So and it works. The digital cameras are very good. The only thing is that the spirits, they drain the shit out of stuff. I mean, literally, they drain it. It's weird, and you're just like, oh my god, I just got these batteries.
I've spent quite a little fortune on batteries through the years, but digital cameras have a setting on them where you can put them into black and white, and I find I like that because sometimes with color and the flash, it could create a whole. It's hard to understand exactly what you're looking at. But if it's in a black and white, that composite of black and white works very well. So if it's an orb or in a case, where it's misty stuff coming, or trying to take form of maybe the process into a manifestation, it works very well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does. And I agree with that. I mean, but I'm glad you brought that up, Chance, when you first started. That's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, I loved it. I was blown away. The kids liked it too, but you got to supervise them. Robin in the chat room was saying there was a case where a paranormal investigator, his son was using dowsing rods and got possessed. And I think it's not just dowsing rods or Ouija boards or whatnot. I think you could use any tool to communicate to the other side and something can happen. Even if you're near somebody doing it, something can happen. It's just, random things can happen at times. I don't think it's just one specific thing. I think anytime you're trying to communicate over there, things can happen.
Yeah, and that's true.
That kind of comes back to protection. You have to learn to protect yourself. Even if you're a ghost hunter and you don't really believe in it, you could still have problems, even if you're not, even if you're using a digital recorder, you're inviting them in. I mean, that's a form of ITC, is EVP sessions. So, yeah, you could easily invite something that you're not able to deal with. So, yeah, protection is something I think should be universal in the paranormal field, especially with ghost hunting.
Yeah, that is true. Very true.
We have a little less than 10 minutes till the end of the show. Is there anything else specific that either one of you would like to talk about this evening? I was just kind of curious, and I know I've probably asked this before in the past, but as far as your cases that you've done, Bill, like what was your most prolific or like your favorite case basically that you've done?
Well, I enjoy doing historical locations. So here in the Vancouver area and in other parts of BC, I've done some really interesting historical locations and gotten some pretty interesting results. So, yeah, those are things that have stood out for me in a very big way. And then saying that in general, I mean, when I first did ghost hunting, that's how I got my attachment, was at a historical cemetery in Victoria called Ross Bay Cemetery. So that kind of smartened me up about getting protected. So the medium of that group in Victoria that I was there working with, she said, you got to protect yourself, man.
Yeah, true.
And you don't have to be like really religious. I think it's whatever you have faith in for protection is important. So make sure you use whatever tool that is.
Yeah, I think it comes down to you got to believe it inside of you that it's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
So a certain amount of faith in it as well helps.
That is correct. That's affirmative.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny. I'm sorry, I had to laugh when he said that's affirmative, Bill.
10-4.
I concur with that.
I know, right? 10-4, 10-4. Affirmative, what Bill said. Affirmative.
Well, what do you guys use? Some people use prayers, stones, personal, like, I don't know. My friend taught me about creating a ball of light and having it basically grow to the size of you, so you have this shield running around. Some people use prayer stones. What are your guys' methods?
A little bit of everything you just said. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yeah, basically God's white light from head to foot and, believing in it. And then after the show, I'm going to go and light up some incense, myrrh, and frankincense. And then, it's the belief. So basically, I believe that entities that are not of pleasant matter are to leave. And I give that a confirmative. So I do a little, sometimes I talk out or I just say it internally. And yeah, that way then it protects me, and so far it's been working pretty good.
Yep, I believe that too. So I mean, it's just whatever you use. You can use jewelry as a protector, certain jewelry.
Yeah,
Like really.
crystals, or there's lots of different ways of doing it.
Yeah. And then, of course, it's prayer from head to toe,
Yeah.
added with and stuff. And then you can even anoint yourself, certain oils of protection, burning incense, letting the incense go through your body. There's just so many ways. There's not one way.
No. It's all, I find it's what you feel comfortable using and what you, even if you grew up in the church environment or whatever, or some kind of religious organization, say a prayer or something that you feel comfortable with what you grew up with and just believe that it's going to work.
Yep. Amen.
Yeah, so that's the main thing. But don't do anything because then you're going to set yourself up for trouble.
Indeed.
That is correct. Indeed. Information. 10-4.
Mooney said, "Good show, y'all." Yeah, we still got the last 5 minutes. But yeah, it's cool. Like with my group, all of us come from a different background, so all of us use something different. But we're kind of like a family, so we'll even do sage or blessings. Some people do cutting ties, different things like that. And like you said, if you feel comfortable with it, do it, and we'll do different things to each other to protect each other and make sure we get out of there clean and clear because things can attach. Brave Sir Robin in the chat room was talking about battery drainage. That's like one of the number one signs you got something paranormal going on is when things start dying and batteries are depleted and they were at 100%. Now they're gone.
Yeah.
As spirits like to draw from energies, and so I think that's how that happens. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. It starts with batteries, and if you're not protected, it goes to you. And then you become drained. I've had that experience, and it's not very pleasant.
No, it's not. And another way that I could tell they're around, because I did a show, and one thing that gives you confirmation is the flickering of a light.
Mm-hmm.
Ceiling fan light. Your lights might make that bzzz sound, or you just know that there's something.
That
yes,
too.
and so that's no joke. You don't take anything lightly when you see that kind of stuff. You just put a prayer, like Will said, light some incense, sage your room, use Palo Santo, do what you got to do, mop your floor. Yep, don't take anything lightly.
Yeah, and you said mop your floor. People talk about salting and putting salt in different places, but you can also make a solution, which don't forget your drains. Put some salt water down your drains. You can use a solution on your counters, mop your floors, whatever. So many different things work, and salt is one of the old original protectors as well. I think they used to use iron nails too. That was pretty cool back in the day.
Yeah. Salt's a great purifier for spirit energy that's not favorable.
Yep, that is correct. Doing the Tesla, that is correct.
10-4.
It's crazy.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah, it's cool. All these different crazy, all these different old school methods that still today work because I don't know. It's just the salt of the earth. Different things work against dark energies. But it's been an awesome night. It's been a really laid back and relaxing night and very quiet. So hopefully, if you guys are out there watching a game right now, I hope it was really good because you really missed out. We had some good stuff coming through.
Yep.
But
I had a good time, Bill.
Yeah, for sure. I always love your guys' company. Bill, can you tell our listeners where they can find you, your YouTube page, etc.?
Yeah, they can find me on YouTube. Can Dewey is one YouTube channel that I have. The other one is under William Hauser, and then I also have a podcast on Autoboom. So Autoboom Can Dewey, and also I'm on Facebook as Bill Hauser and some of the other social media outlets. And if anything you can do, if you can't find that, just put my name in Bill Hauser, aka Kandui, in Google, and you'll definitely find stuff about me.
Awesome. How about you, Chris?
You can reach me at Chris Psychic Garcia on Facebook or Garcia187BlueLove@gmail.com. You can actually find me on Twitter. And then also reach me at my cell phone, 210-974-3470. Again, 210-974-3470. And thanks, Tessa, as always, and Bill, as always. Much love to you guys.
Well, it's been a great night, and I love both of you guys, and we had a great time, and also we helped a few people there tonight.
I agree. I concur. 10-4. Well, thank you guys so much again for being our guests tonight. It was awesome. And thank you to all of our friends on We Are Paradox Media's Facebook, Spreaker, Twitter, Periscope, iHeartRadio, and wherever else beyond the Omniverse you were listening tonight. I had a wonderful time this evening, and I can't wait to do it again next weekend when on Saturday is a surprise, even for me, because I don't even know what's happening on Saturday. Then we got Richard Case, the Ghost Challenger, on Sunday the 24th. You guys don't forget, we are all in this together. Together, we can make the world a little better. And together, my friends, we are Paradox Media, because without you, there is no us. If you guys want to join us for the Skype after party, look me up at tessa.n.thomas30 or give us a call at 970-335-9596. Until next time, nighty-night, love and light.